What is up? What is up? What is up? Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you got outside, saw some family, saw some friends. But Cardano's first full year is coming to an end, and it's been an amazing time being in this community because during this bear market, somehow Cardano has not cared about inflation, has not cared about global economics. CNFTs have just pushed on just fine. And in the last 7 days, we've had 5 of those days with over 1 million ADA traded. But why? I believe it's because multiple projects are giving great reasons to investors to invest. And in this video, we will go over 3 projects that are starting to gain a lot of traction. Now, I know Ape Society is at the top, it always is, but we're not going to be going into detail on Ape Society in this video. They have been killing it for many months straight now, and this one is a bit too obvious, but I will mention that the most recent pump is likely due to 2 new pieces of information. First, they released crafting with a marketplace planned for a few weeks later, and they also revealed 2 graphics that show the earnings of holding certain cabins in specific districts. But the first project we are going to cover today is going to be Keyboard Warriors Internet Cafe. They have been on the top collections page for nearly a full month now, and just recently started hitting new highs. Keyboard Warriors is a project with many parts that add value. The first part of the project is their art with Jessery as their artist and focal point. Jessery started as a graffiti artist and has done many collabs with popular brands like Converse, Adidas, etc. He has 27,000 followers on Instagram and even drew murals on the streets in Melbourne and Sydney, Australia. This is their community's leader, if you will, and they know whatever art that he creates is going to be similar in style and quality. The second part of Keyboard Warriors is their Internet Cafe. This is going to be a metaverse that they are building as a web-based game at the moment, and the quick verse right now, you can only run and jump around the exterior, but they are in development of version 2, which will include multiplayer functionality and allow you to check out their ground floor. The Quickverse will also be the foundation of what they build into on other metaverse projects, such as Boss Planet and Pavia, which I think is a nice benefit of making your own web-based version while waiting for other metaverses to build out, because whenever they are ready, you will have a good idea of what works well inside of your own, and it should lead to faster development in the future. And finally, the third part is having multiple ways of engagement. Quick is doing a great job of being on Twitter Spaces, doing airdrops of concept art in their Christmas specials, and utilizing their Quick Coin. Inside of their mini announcement section in their Discord, they always have something to talk about, even if it's something small like reiterating where to find their old information. In this announcement, they tell you where to find info on their Quickcoin. You can go and you can see exactly what that is. And it is a currency used in their Discord that you can earn through daily commands in the Quickcoin channel. You can get some from Twitter raids, playing games, you can get some by talking and even gambling. They previously used these coins to purchase whitelist spots, but then adopted it for their one-of-one airdrops. If you aren't aware, they do monthly art airdrops and have unique ways of distributing them. The first art piece is to a random holder that isn't listing on the secondary market, which incentivizes people to delist. The second will be airdropped to someone who minted their full amount during whitelist. The third will be to whoever purchased the most on the secondary sales, and the last will be to a lucky winner through their quick coins. They also recently announced this Quickmas 1-of-1 to a lucky delisted asset, and with all these reasons to have a delisted asset, I think most people are just going to choose to not list, which will lead to a higher floor, which in turn makes your project look good, and it fuels the cycle. The next project making waves is Cardano Crocs Club. They have been around forever, have always had a healthy floor, but are finally starting to get some real love from their newer developments. CCC is creating a poker platform, and to be eligible for dividends through their platform, you must hold a C4 pass and 8 Cardano Croc NFTs. They are also working on their LP staking and finishing their touches on their land that just recently minted. These lands will allow you to generate even more of their C4 tokens, as well as aid developers with handy tools, such as access to Cardano nodes, AWS cloud-based services, libraries for Web3, and access to the first stablecoin on Cardano, USDC4. And it also gets better than that. If you own land and would like a dev team to build your own app that you can earn passive income off of, then the CCC team will be able to license and audit that app for you. Something that I think is crucial to their recent popularity is the use of the first stablecoin on Cardano. The importance of this is in this paragraph. They say the conversion from one crypto to another will be made using several liquidity pools and providers. This system allows us to carry out cross-chain exchanges in minutes via one interface, which means they can accept any cryptocurrency or fiat in the application while keeping resources in the C4 token. And all of these benefits will be offered to applications built on commercial lands. I think this is so important because most people have a preference of currency. You can be against buying crypto, so you have only fiat. You can have a fat load of ETH, but you don't want to sell or convert it over to ADA, or vice versa. And I think this is a way that we can all play in the same network. I mean, I remember when I was 13, 15, even 29, wishing I could play Xbox games with my friends over on PlayStation. And now I believe that we're in a similar situation, but we have a solution in sight. Some of the other benefits are offering minting tools in the form of smart contracts. This isn't going to be a minting service, but instead a minting contract with an API, which still requires additional development to be made for the actual mint to happen. The change Crocs have implemented in these contracts is a form of dividend payout. If you would like, you can have a payout to your holders, and any time that your app earns C4 tokens, then your holders get a cut. Do note that when the dividend is set in place, it will always stay there. It cannot be changed afterwards. And there will always be a 1% tax paid to all C4 Pass holders. Also, for the living lands, you will be able to rent these out for C4 tokens or use them yourself to stake. You can rent out your land even if there are no renters for your specific plot. The more users looking to rent, the more C4 that everybody will earn for that period. The lands will be used as a multiplier for your highest yielding Crocs, and only one NFT can be staked per land. If you choose to have a radioactive Croc live on that land for a full month, then it will upgrade the level by 1. And you can also pay 250 C4 tokens to upgrade it to the next level. And each level will give you an additional 5% on your multiplier. Right now, the OG collection is sitting at 1100 floor. The radioactives have almost a 500 floor. The baby Crocs, which also have a C4 multiplier, have a 640 floor. And the C4 passes are at a 5500 floor. The last project that we'll be covering today is going to be Pond and their Theta collection. Right now they're sitting at about a 945 floor. They just had their last mint of the fixed collection called Pond Theta, and they will be having their inflationary mint on March 4th, 2023 called Pond Pi. The new mint will only have architects and farmers, whereas the Theta collection had supreme leaders, bishops, and knights, and the new mint only had 1k out of their total 3k fixed supply. Now, if you don't know about Pond, Pond is a lending business that allows users to lend or borrow through smart contracts. They have many different forms of lending and branches within their ecosystem. So I'm going to walk you guys through this Pond paper and show you why I think this project is getting so much love. First up is their ADA back program that works by giving anyone who borrows 1600 ADA or more 20% back on their fee. In their example, they show a 2k loan, which would normally have 40 ADA or a 2% fee, where the borrower will receive 8 ADA back that can be claimed at the end of the month in either ADA or in-store credit. This might not seem like a lot, and it's kind of not, and it might not be for everybody, but big spenders will surely see the benefit. Next up is their Pond points. Only Pond NFT holders can have access to these points. Every ADA transacted on Pond will give you 1 point. These points are non-transferable and are tied to your account. This is not a cryptocurrency. For now, the ratio is 1-to-1 for every ADA that you spend, you will receive 1 point, but this is subject to change. So we spoke about these ranks earlier, and you can see now that they have a multiplier for these points. And these multipliers do not stack. So if you hold 2 NFTs and one is a bishop and the other is a knight, then you will receive the bishop's multiplier. However, holding multiple Pond NFTs does affect your potential rewards, and we'll go into that in a bit. Next up is their Pond game, and you can spend your points on their website by delegating them to construction of any nation city as long as you hold an NFT in that family. So if you hold a Gamma city or a Sigma city, then you can delegate to either of those two. The city with the most points delegated to it by the end of each season wins. The more ADA spent on Pond, the larger the city reward becomes. Each season is about 2 to 3 months, and 20% of the city reward will be delegated to each rank within the family. So the supreme leader will receive the full 20%, the bishops will share their 20%, etc. They also have reduced fees for each type of loan, and I'll let you pause here if you wish, but I'm going to continue on. Next up is their super duper loans. This will allow users to purchase NFTs with 25 to 90% down from all collections. Super duper loans are usually higher grade and done more frequently than regular loans, and the Pond holders will have access to super duper, and the fees for both buyer and seller will be reduced by 75%. Now, I am super duper curious about this one. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but it does capture my attention. I'm not the brightest bulb when it comes to loans. I just kind of take them out and stay in debt personally, so I'm curious to see how all this will take shape. Next up, we're moving over to Floorless. Floorless is a decentralized NFT exchange protocol, and they are known for their on-chain royalties and listing your NFTs on multiple marketplaces at once. Holders of the Pond NFT will receive a free floorless NFT purchase sometime in Q1. Time and time again, we've seen new marketplaces come out and just do okay, but floorless really does have some unique features that other marketplaces just don't have at the moment. So I'm curious to see how disruptive this will be. Bang Bang. Bang Bang is a decentralized lending platform, real-fi marketplace, and operation agreement that does crypto to fiat loans. Lending Pond has a partnership with Bang Bang where pond holders receive 50% reduced fees. A regular fee is 3% and the discounted percent is 1.5. Also, pond holders may list on their marketplace. They also mentioned shorting and renting, which will be the first time Cardano NFTs have ever been able to be shorted. And I believe shorting is a good thing to have. At the moment, we only have been able to profit off projects going up in value, but now we can profit on the way down if timed correctly. Yes, this can maybe cause projects to get attacked by shorts, but the same goes for getting squeezed out of your short position. If any of you are familiar with GameStop or AMC, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. As the price goes up, you're losing more and more, and eventually you have to buy back in at that position at a higher price, which causes the price to go even higher. But now we get to the part that I think is the most enjoyed by the community, Poolberry. Now, Poolberry is an engage-to-earn protocol where anyone can create a quest and reward users for interacting with their content on Twitter. Checking out these low-resolution images, you can see their UI, and you will be able to choose a specific quest and the requirements and link the tweet that you want it to affect. You can then choose the rewards and how many are rewarded. There is also a spot to require someone to hold an NFT, so it sounds like you will be able to attach your Twitter account to Poolberry and then a wallet in order to verify. Then let's say you retweeted and you won, so you could be given some society token or something along those lines. Pond will also benefit from this because they will charge 10 to 15 ADA per quest. Also, if you allow pond holders to participate in your quest, you will get a further discount. This adds so much value to pond holders because projects will likely want to keep engagement high through these quests, and because they will likely want to do these, let's say once a week, once a month, whatever, there will constantly be rewards for pond holders due to projects wanting a cheaper fee. Also, people may not think that the difference in incentive is enough to allow pond holders, but I have to remind everybody that ADA won't always be 25 cents. One day it'll be 12. But I'm playing, you get where I'm going with this. $3 per ADA and a 5 ADA difference over many quests will start to add up. And lastly, they partnered with Grapple and Swiped, but there's very little to go off of here, so we're going to have to wait and check back later. But yeah, these are 3 projects bringing new improvements to the space and starting to get a lot of support. If this video gave you any insight or was just a good 10-minute distraction from the real world, hit that like and subscribe. And remember to get outside, see your friends, see your family. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys, peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.